Welcome to Crypto Law. I'm John Deaton, the founder and host of Crypto Law. Today's topic, we're continuing the topic of the utility of XRP. As everyone knows, I've been talking about the 19,000 XRP holders that I have the pleasure to represent. What we're trying to do is put some faces on those XRP holders. And if I were to be given an oral argument and the judge were to limit me to one example of the utility of XRP, I actually believe it would be my next guest who I would highlight and discuss the utility of XRP, and that's Jay. Jay, introduce yourself, please.
Thank you for having me on this show, John. My name is Jay Kambo. I'm based out of Edmonton, Canada. I'm the CEO and founder at SpendTheBits. I've been working in the IT, from past 10 years now.
Thank you for being on here. I just said that if I were limited one example, I think I'd highlight SpendTheBits, and I want to explain why, and then we're going to get into exactly how you utilize XRP and within your business. And I'm actually going to go over a couple of things that the SEC has claimed in its case that you can actually dispel. So in your own words, tell us, what is SpendTheBits?
Okay, so SpendTheBits is a cryptocurrency payment app which is deployed and powered by XRP Ledger, a decentralized open platform where any developer can build it. So what we eventually did is we merged the Bitcoin mainnet address onto the app and then deployed that app onto the XRP Ledger. So having said that, we practically issue the tokenized version of the Bitcoin once the user fund their wallet on the app itself, and then that IOU can be done tradable, or you can do a transaction, you can do a payments, anything you want to do. You can store your Bitcoin, or you can send and receive Bitcoin within a second, which is a huge contrast to the current Bitcoin ecosystem.
Okay, now currently, my understanding on the Bitcoin network that it can handle somewhere around 7 transactions per second. Is that your understanding?
Yes. It's practically very slow. So what happens is, if the network is congested and you try to initiate a transaction, each block takes 10 minutes to begin with. So usually in a transaction, there are 3 to 6 blocks that Bitcoin has to clear in order to have that transaction settled down. So imagine that you're standing on a coffee shop in a grocery store, you buy some stuff and you want to pay now. Let's take this example in El Salvador. Now a common people who wants to use a Bitcoin as a mean of paying for goods and services. Practically you cannot wait for an hour to have your transaction settled down because Bitcoin is super slow. So layer 1 solution cannot be worthable, I would say. So it has to be a layer 2 solution, which is XRPL, where you can XRP is a bridge currency, where you can utilize that bridge currency to have those transactions way faster, cheaper, and in an eco-friendly way.
Okay, so if there's no traffic, it's going to take at least 10 minutes for each block, correct?
Yes. So 3 to 30 minutes to 60 minutes would be a traditional wait time.
Okay, and so obviously if you're at a diner or you're at a coffee shop and you're going to try to purchase with Bitcoin on the original layer, you're going to wait somewhere between 10 minutes and an hour. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
But you've developed this app where you can utilize the XRP Ledger and process that Bitcoin. Am I understanding this correctly?
Yes. Yeah. So on the ledger, using the ledger, when you initiate a Bitcoin transaction, it doesn't take more than 3 to 5 seconds, and then the fee is very, 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 very affordable. You can say less than a penny for each transaction.
How did you first get involved in cryptocurrency? I'm assuming that your story is similar to all of us, where you maybe got to Bitcoin first and then started, or you tell me.
Yeah, so one of my friend, in early 2016, he already have some Bitcoin. He's the one who actually, bring me into the Bitcoin world. So he introduced me, to the crypto space. So since then, I've been engaged in the crypto and been invested in, traded cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. While I was trading in crypto, that time I realized there is a significant problem, in sending and receiving Bitcoin payments, even basically, on the exchanges. Every time you want to trade Bitcoin, you have to bring your Bitcoin to the exchange, and similarly, if you want to take your Bitcoin off the exchange, it takes time, right? So I searched this, search online for any possible solution, but realized there is a big gap in this area. So I started to explore, as a IT guy, what can be done to solve this. So I spent many months to researching for a solution. While figuring out a potential resolution, I looked at Lightning Network at that time. But and then I compared that with the XRP Ledger. But then I came to a conclusion that XRP Ledger has so many benefits over the Lightning Network, since XRP Ledger has a superior technology to offer, and that really gives birth to the SpendTheBits.
When you're utilizing the XRP Ledger for any of these payments, whether it's a payment of $5 to pay for your coffee, XRP, the digital asset, is being used. Is that correct?
It's being used and burned.
Is there a difference whether it is $5 or 5 million on the amount of XRP that's being used?
No, it's the same. Doesn't matter how much transaction you facilitate. You look at that side. In Bitcoin, in today's world, if you try to spend $2 or $1, maybe 50 cents, I don't think it's possible. Even if you are able to successfully submit that transaction of 50 cents onto the Bitcoin blockchain, you may be paying $5 for that same stuff, maybe $10 for the fee, because the network itself charge you. But over here it's a different ball game. If you want to buy a candy using the XRP Ledger, you will be able to do it, right? You can do a $1 transaction, 50-cent transaction, or a $1 million transaction. XRP get burns. Is the amount is very, very, very minimal. It's 0.0005 XRP that is getting burned on each transaction.
Jay, I want to stay on this topic real quick, because I think the whole topic of our conversation is utility. Yeah. And we know that Bitcoin is considered not a security, and then XRP by the SEC is being claimed to be a security. And earlier I showed the audience the actual transcript where the SEC attorneys challenged the judge and said that there wasn't any utility. But here is the perfect example. Let's use Bitcoin and compare utility of Bitcoin as a payment protocol versus XRP. I believe you said that if you wanted to buy a candy bar, all right, let's say a Snickers bar or anything, and it was going to cost 75 cents, okay? If you went on the Bitcoin network, I believe you just stated that that 75-cent purchase might cost you how much on the Bitcoin network? Maybe
$5 to $10, depending upon the network, activity. If the network is busy, it will charge you more. But again, nobody wants to, spend $10 on a 75 cents dollar transaction. It doesn't worth it.
So the fee would be $10, and you would have, if you weren't on a second layer,
let's say XRP Ledger
or Strike or any of that, you'd have to be waiting there between 10 minutes and an hour to pay, $10.75 for the 75-cent item, right?
Let's say user is using SpendTheBits, which is powered by XRP Ledger itself. Right? The idea is to spend your Bitcoin to get the, pay for the goods and services. So now you want to buy a candy bar with SpendTheBits. Your transaction cost will be 75 cents plus the 0.0005 XRP. That would be, maybe 75 cents 0.25, something like that.
Okay.
Right, less than a 1 cent. So 75.01. We're talking cents, right? Versus on the Bitcoin blockchain, I don't know about Lightning. It's centralized, so the customer will be charged as per the manufacturer rates, right? Whoever is running the Lightning network, app, they are the one who is in charge. Versus over here, users are in charge because we hand over the secret key. Plus, the custody layer of the Bitcoin will also be, governed by the network itself, not by, owners like us. Like for me, even I don't have a say in the app that who gets to do what.
Right. The bottom line is, if we're talking about utility, if we're talking about purchasing that coffee or that candy bar on Bitcoin, it doesn't serve that type of utility, but XRP and the XRP Ledger allows you to do that within seconds.
Yeah, so that's the problem that El Salvador will face right at the beginning when they will be going live with their bill. Now everybody is supposed to oblige by the law to use the Bitcoin as a legal tender. So that's where I think the issue lot of the customer will face issue. People who don't want to. There are two types of customer. One who wants to use the centralized system like Lightning. One who doesn't want to use the centralized. They want to in charge of their own funds, right? Then those are the people who can use the SpendTheBits app.
Okay. Now I understand that SpendTheBits currently is only available in Canada where you live, right?
Yeah. So we are a registered money service, license holders in Canada. So that's why we operate only within Canada right now.
Okay.
But we are planning. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we are planning to go live in El Salvador as we speak. We are working on a Spanish pack in the app. There are other, customization. We wanted to have the user, within the app, they should be able to buy Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin, trade Bitcoin, pay using Bitcoin. So everything we do with the Bitcoin on the, on the second layer. So that's what we are working on.
All right. What about the United States? Any plans at some point to come to the United States?
So right now, United States is not in the clear because of the SEC case. It affects us because we don't want to get in trouble just because we launched there and then they say, hey, we have a pending case litigation that this token might be or this platform might be a security. We don't want to get into that trouble. That's the reason we're avoiding US for the time being.
Well, let's talk about this criticism that it's centralized. Did you get permission from Ripple to do this?
No, I don't think they even know.
Well, what's crazy is that in the lawsuit, the SEC asked Ripple in what's called interrogatories. These are questions that are written and they're sworn under oath. They asked Ripple questions of like list all the different use cases of XRP, and what they did, Ripple cited my declaration where I give examples such as SpendTheBits, and so which goes to your point that you don't even know Ripple even knew that SpendTheBits exists, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so you didn't talk to them, you didn't seek permission from them?
No. I've been working on this, not today. I've been working on this from 2019, September. That's where, the idea was, we didn't, first of all, we didn't get any permission, or I didn't even talk to any of the Ripple folks. The fundamental thing we wanted to do was basically to see whether we can really solve the Bitcoin problem or not. And anybody can go to xrpl.org and start building. It's open source. Anybody can build on top of it. Nobody needs no permission for it.
What you just said is amazing. You said that you sought out to see if you could solve the Bitcoin problem.
Yeah.
And part of the solution was actually the decentralized protocol of XRP and XRP Ledger.
Yes.
And that's the point that we're trying to drive home. I'm bringing up the complaint that was filed against Ripple. 25%, Jay, of the complaint is dedicated talking about XRP holders, right? Even though only Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson were sued, they spend 25% of the complaint talking about XRP holders, and that's why we did a motion to intervene. But on page 50 of that complaint, subsection 5, it literally says the following: economic reality dictates that XRP purchasers have no choice but to rely on Ripple's efforts for the success or failure of their investment. And when we go on that page to paragraph 285, I think you're living proof of why this isn't true. It says, in contrast to Ripple, investors in XRP cannot take most or any of the steps that Ripple has taken to grow the XRP ecosystem and increase demand for XRP. Most, if not all, XRP investors simply lack the technical expertise and resources to do so. I think you beg to differ, right?
Yes, I do.
And so what you did is you sought out, without any connection with Ripple, and developed and helped develop this XRP ecosystem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm from the community itself, right? From the XRP, I hold, some XRP too. It's not about the token itself. Look at the underlying technology it has to offer, right? The XRP Ledger. So, that's where I was, when I was looking into the solution, I did the whole Lightning, the network, documentation as well, right? And then did the comparison with the XRP Ledger documentation too. It has so many, benefits over Lightning Network. I can't even explain on this call, right?
Right. No.
So, but the thing is, we built on the XRP Ledger. We did not take any permission from anyone. Nobody even knew. It's all, like myself and my team.
Right. And I'm just going to highlight again, now it's the next paragraph, paragraph 286, where the SEC writes, nor are XRP investors in any position to increase significantly demand or value for XRP by developing a use for the token through their own entrepreneurial efforts. Again, SpendTheBits and Jay is living proof of XRP holders actually taking that entrepreneur spirit and developing a platform that actually helps increase demand and use of XRP. Jay, if you could demonstrate for us here how SpendTheBits works.
So let's say you want to pay someone 5 Bitcoins, right? Just insert the value in Bitcoin, or you can do the fiat value as well. Whatever you insert over here, it will be auto calculated according to the current rate, right? So for the sake of this, I'm just gonna keep it simple as 5 Bitcoin. Just click on pay secure. The moment you click on pay securely, it will display you to the user the confirmation in the Bitcoin. If you press on the toggle button, it will show you you're making a transaction in the the details in the fiat value, and click on confirm. The OTP will come, one-time password. You don't have to fill it; it's auto-filled. Just click on verify and pay. So the moment now the transaction has been submitted over the blockchain, we're gonna come back to see the transaction is still in pending. So just wait for maybe 3 to 5 seconds. The app will send you a notification. The transaction is settled down. So there you go. So the transaction has been successful. So I can
just
come
like
down. Sorry,
I'm saying just like that. Well, you were talking about 5 seconds.
Yeah. So we have sent the 5 transactions, and we can validate this, transaction on the public blockchain as well. There it is. So we have sent 5 Bitcoin. Our in-house cost was, 0.00005. So 50 drops.
Wow. So a fraction of a penny. You just were able to move 5 Bitcoin, which is well over 150,000 at today's price.
Yeah.
The SEC is claiming that the 5 Bitcoin that you just moved, that's not a security, but the 0.000005 XRP is a security. You know what I mean? And it looks like to
me, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Where can the viewer find you on social media or SpendTheBits? How can they find out more? Because I guarantee you, when people really truly realize what you've accomplished, you know what I mean? I think there's going to be a lot of interest.
Thank you, John. People can find me, Jay at SpendTheBits on Twitter, or just follow SpendTheBits. That would be really, really, huge for us. We are looking for support, from people, to support us and making the, brand awareness throughout, throughout the Canada and US. I want to see this app functioning on a global level.
Jay, listen, I want to thank you so much for being on and coming on the show. I think you have single-handedly demonstrated the utility of XRP. I'm looking forward to SpendTheBits progressing outside of Canada. Good luck in El Salvador. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.